You know, it's crazy to think that kids under the age of 16, maybe 17, only remember Dwyane Wade for being a pretty decent player. Before they could even remember, Dwyane Wade was tearing it up in the NBA. They weren't around to see the flash. They weren't around to see the real Dwyane Wade. So, who was the real D Wade? What was he all about? Well, welcome to NBA Zone, and in today's video, we're going to take a look back and give a retrospective on the prime of Dwyane Wade's career. All to answer the question, how good was prime Dwyane Wade? Before we do that though, show some love for us here at NBA Zone in our return to YouTube by dropping a like on this video. And make sure you subscribe because we're bringing back some of the best NBA related content on YouTube. Now with that out of the way, let's get into the video. Dwyane Wade started his high school career playing for Harold L. Richards High School in Oak Lawn, Illinois. He wouldn't excel as a basketball player right away though. In fact, Wade was considered to be a better football player than he was a basketball player. That would all change when he grew 4 inches before his junior year. Improving as a player, along with the crazy growth spurt, Dwyane would emerge as the leader of his team and would average 20.7 points and 7.6 rebounds. This would give him his initial push as a future shining star and get him some attention. Scouts were able to see that the talent was there, and as you can see in these highlights, Wade was showcasing the same skill set in high school that he was in the NBA. So talent wasn't an issue, but academics were. And even though Wade would average 27 points and 11 rebounds his senior year, he would only receive offers from Marquette, Illinois State, and DePaul. Dwyane Wade would commit to Marquette University, but once again, academics would come back to bite him in his freshman year. He would have to sit out his entire freshman year of college due to academic ineligibility. Through tutoring and a little bit of effort, Wade was able to return to the court in his sophomore season, and he would showcase the talent that all the scouts had seen in high school. He would lead Marquette in scoring with 17 points per game and led the Conference USA in steals per game and 2-point field goals. The year was 2002, and D Wade had just carried Marquette to a 26-7 record, giving them their best record since the 1994 season. As good of a showing as his sophomore year was, Wade wouldn't go pro. Instead, he would return to Marquette for his junior season, and man would it be a big one. He would lead the team in scoring, lead them to a 27-6 record, a conference title, and a Final Four appearance. His elite performance his junior season would obviously catch the attention of NBA personnel, and D Wade would declare for the 2003 NBA draft. This is when the NBA world would be rocked by the way of Wade.
Right corner for 2 dunks for Durant.
The 2003 NBA draft class is widely considered to be the greatest draft class in the history of the NBA. It produced talent like LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, Chris Bosh, and Darko Milicic. Okay, maybe not Darko, but my point is that most of the hype going into the draft was surrounding the chosen one in LeBron James. The talent of the others in this class was not being overlooked by any means, but with everyone's eyes on LeBron, guys like Dwyane Wade weren't what people were super excited about. That would change very fast. Wade would be selected by the Miami Heat with the 5th pick in that 2003 draft, and he would put the world on notice immediately. He would average 16 points, 4.5 assists, and 4 rebounds on 43% shooting his rookie year. Not only that, but he would lead the Heat to the playoffs that year as well, even hitting this game winner in the opening series against the New Orleans Hornets. He would even help push them past the first round, leading Miami in scoring and assists just as a rookie. They would eventually be outed by an Indiana Pacers super team, wielding talent such as Reggie Miller, Steven Jackson, and Jermaine O'Neal. But Dwyane Wade was far from done. Wade was able to solidify himself as a superstar in only his second year in the NBA. And add in the fact that the Heat acquired Shaquille O'Neal in a trade for the 2005 season, the Heat were destined to be great, and great they were. They would improve their previous season's record by 17 wins, tallying a 59-23 record during the regular season. Not only that, but Wade would boost his scoring average from 16 points per game to 24 points per game, along with 5 rebounds and nearly 7 assists per game. This would all easily culminate into a playoff appearance, and Wade and the Heat would put on a show. During their first round matchup of the 2005 playoffs, the Heat would play the New Jersey Nets. Now, this Nets team may have been the 8th seed at the time, but they were absolutely no slouches. They had a lineup that included Jason Kidd, Vince Carter, and Richard Jefferson. That didn't matter though, as Wade would make easy work of them while absolutely dominating that series. They would sweep that Nets team and move on to the second round to play the Wizards. In that second round series, Wade would dominate even more, averaging 31 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists during that series. This would lead them to the Eastern Conference Finals, where even while playing against the eventual NBA champion Detroit Pistons, even while playing with sinusitis, the flu, and a knee strain, Dwyane Wade would drop 42 points in Game 2 and 36 points in Game 3. Keep in mind, he was doing all of this in just his second year in the league. Unfortunately, he would go down with a strain in his ribs, and it would sideline him for Game 6 and limit him in Game 7. The Heat would end up losing that series, and the Pistons went on to win the championship. That was all fine and dandy though, because Dwyane Wade was coming back next year to finish what he couldn't the year before.
Back to Dwyane. Shoots. No, he couldn't get it off. Now fires it up.
During the 2005-2006 regular season, Wade would do his thing, averaging 27.2 points, 6.7 assists, and 5.7 rebounds a game. The regular season wasn't Dwyane Wade's top priority though. It was all about the playoffs, and in those playoffs is when D Wade would once again play through immense illness and pain, much like he did the year before. During the first round, Wade played against the Bulls with a severely bruised hip. Then in a series against the Pistons, he would play through flu-like symptoms. None of this would stop the Flash though, and Dwyane Wade, Shaquille O'Neal, and the Miami Heat were on their way to the NBA Finals. During the 2006 NBA Finals versus the Dallas Mavericks, the Heat would quickly go down 0-2 in the series. Then, Dwyane Wade would absolutely turn it up, and the Heat would take the next 4 games straight, with Wade scoring 42 points in Game 3, 36 points in Game 4, 43 points in Game 5, and 36 points in Game 6. Dwyane Wade and the Miami Heat had won the NBA championship. It only took Wade 3 years into his NBA career to do so, and it looked as if many more rings were going to be coming to Dwyane Wade in the years to come. Unfortunately, he wouldn't get another shot for a while. During a stretch from 2006 to 2008, Wade would struggle a bit with injuries, and the Heat wouldn't experience much success. Wade would still play well, but he wouldn't play often. Then in the 2008-2009 season, Dwyane Wade would average a league-leading 30.2 points per game, giving him the title of scoring champion. He wouldn't experience any real playoff success though. That is until the King would arrive. From 2010 to 2014, the Miami Heat were in what was called the Big Three era, a period of time when 2 superstars in LeBron James and Chris Bosh came to Miami to play alongside fellow superstar Dwyane Wade. This would obviously be a successful period for the Heat. Wade would take a slight backseat to peak LeBron James, but that was expected. As a team though, they were quite successful. They would make 4 straight NBA Finals, winning 2 of them, going back-to-back in 2012 and 2013. This would give Dwyane Wade his 3rd NBA title, basically solidifying himself as a future Hall of Famer, if he wasn't already. The 2014 Finals loss to the Spurs would be detrimental to the Miami Heat franchise though, as LeBron James would return home back to the Cleveland Cavaliers. The team's success would dip, and Wade's numbers would start to decline. Even though he would rack up 3 more All-Star appearances, this was basically the end of Dwyane Wade's career. He would take himself back home as well, attempting to go play with the Chicago Bulls. Though the team seemed that it would be solid on paper, it was a flop. Then he would try to team back up with LeBron in Cleveland, and that was the ultimate flop. Probably a time that Dwyane Wade would love all of us to forget. After a year and a half of confusion though, Wade would return back to his NBA home in Miami. He would finish out the 2018 season there, and come the 2019 season, he would announce that it would be his last. That would start the farewell tour for Dwyane Wade. After a magical last year in the league, including his final game in Miami where he scored 30 points, Dwyane Wade would retire from the NBA. Dwyane Wade is no doubt a future Hall of Famer. Over his career, he racked up accolades such as 13-time All-Star, 2009 scoring champion, 8-time All-NBA selection, 3-time All-Defense selection, 3-time NBA champion, and 1-time Finals MVP. A truly great career and a truly legendary player. So that's going to do it for today's video. What are your opinions of Dwyane Wade? Let us know in the comments section below. Also, if you enjoyed this video, then drop a like and make sure you subscribe for more NBA content just like this. Anyways, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
Corner for 2 dunk for Durant. Oh, Wade